Welcome everyone to the Season 3 first official real video, my Top Gun Maverick review. I'm going to discuss a little non-spoiler stuff at the beginning, and once I play the trailer, after that we will be getting into the nitty-gritty. So if you've not seen Maverick yet, don't watch past the trailer. Okay, stop and go see it if you haven't already. It's the best summer movie, and summer's not even over yet, but I highly doubt anything's going to eclipse the sun that is Top Gun Maverick. I have only one other movie, really, well, two in my opinion. A lot of people will doubt the other one, but I like it better than the original, which was Halloween Kills. And it's right up there with T2, Terminator 2. And but most people only have Terminator 2 and the better sequels than the originals. And of course, Empire Strikes Back. Here's the thing about Top Gun Maverick. Without going into those spoilers, it is grown up and mature. There is no stated enemy, and no one even cares. Because it's that good, you're not going to care that there's no named enemy, and it's not about that. Neither was the first movie. And yeah, honestly, this is really for everyone. And I thought it would be for those people who've only seen Top Gun, and it's not. It gives you enough backstory if you're new to it. Just enough, and you can still feel. Now, there is no getting over the whole Goose thing. And every time I hear memories from Harold Faltermeyer, who composed the music when Maverick is going in to pick up the dog tags after Goose has passed, and he's talking to Melanie Griffith's character, Goose's wife, and there's just no mistaking the sorrow in that. But this movie goes far beyond. It begins to mirror the first one, and then it really takes off, no pun intended, on its own, and does a fine job of that. And it establishes the nostalgia, and then it moves on into new territory, new groundbreaking territory. And whether or not you like Tom Cruise, I think you're gonna agree that this is really Maverick and Ice. I like that he's just Ice now, because they said in the first one, his close friends call him Ice, everyone else calls him Iceman. And it's a nice maturity thing. I really love how respectful they were with what happened with Val Kilmer and the throat cancer. As much as I have my own reserves about the actor himself, he has played several roles that I feel are just not fillable by any other person. And you just can't do Doc Holliday ever again. And you can't, you have to admit that his role as Kit from the Knight Rider 2008-2009 series was amazingly spot on. And Knight Rider is where I got my last name from to begin with. And I have a lot of respect for Val as an actor. Professionally, same thing with Tom Cruise. Professionally, I have lots of respect for him.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
What do we have here? God, here I thought we were special.
Fellas, this here's Bagman.
Hangman.
Whatever.
What the hell kind of mission is this?
Everyone here is the best there is. Who the hell are they gonna get to teach us?
Captain Pete Maverick Mitchell. Let me be perfectly blunt. You are not my first choice. You are here at the request of Admiral Kazansky, AKA Iceman. He seems to think that you have something left to offer the Navy. What that is, I can't imagine.
With all due respect, sir, I'm not a teacher.
want to manage expectations.
What the hell?
Good morning, aviators. This is your captain speaking.
And we're off.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
We're going into combat on a level no living pilot's ever seen. Not even him.
You think up there you're dead. Believe me.
My dad believed in you. I'm not gonna make the same mistake.
Someone's not coming back from this.
Those are your pilots. Anything happens to them.
Smoke in the air!
You will never forgive yourself.
No turning back now.
Come on!
Having any fun yet?
Even the first Top Gun never really stated who the enemy actually was. And this one pulls the same stunt and nobody actually cares. And that's the greatest thing. It's about team building and camaraderie and brotherhood, sisterhood of a team, instead of worrying about who you're fighting. And this movie was in the can in 2019, actually. But they also didn't know who they'd be, who we'd be enemies or friends with at the time. But regardless of that, they weren't going to even stated enemies to begin with. And I really enjoyed that. You can sit back and relax. A lot of great dogfighting and fantastic showmanship without even worrying about any political angst whatsoever. And I really appreciated that out of this. And Rooster versus himself, and then Rooster versus Maverick. Two things going on underneath the covers here. Rooster was Goose's son, and Maverick pulled his papers and cost him 4 years. And he rightfully really pissed off about that, but Maverick didn't think he was ready in and of itself, but he also had promised his mother that he would not allow him to fly, which he never told Rooster this ever. And as he told his girlfriend in the film, it was a tough decision. He didn't want him resenting his own mother for that. So he'd rather take the heat for it himself. And that, in and of itself, brought in the absolute mature quality that did not exist in the original character of Maverick. And it really showed growth, personal growth. And I thought that was one of the best aspects. Also, a lot of the characters mirrored original characters. This Hangman is the Iceman, and he's snarky as all get out, just like Iceman was. And he just had that perfect face and that smirk all the time. But, he earned it. And that's just the thing. He absolutely earned it. And you get to see some serious honesty when they're debating why in simulations they were dead. And, Hangman pointed out a lot of things to Rooster and the rest of the crew about why they need to pay attention to what Maverick is saying. He also had fun with at Maverick's expense as well. At the beginning, then he learned to respect and admire Maverick for his tenacity. And it was absolutely a thrill and very intense. The 3/4 of the way in, things changed. And they had a football game. So this commander that hated Maverick, Cyclone, I believe it was, and you never get to see him do anything. He was in charge of the whole teaching mission, and the meat and potatoes of the movie has nothing to do with dogfighting at all. It's proving that the volleyball game in the original movie was actually the most important part. And so they make the point of playing offense and defense at the same time, football at the beach. And Cyclone walks up while Maverick's sitting there in a lounge chair directing everything. He's like, we have more important things to do. You know, what are we doing out here wasting time? He's like, you wanted a team. And he proved his point. And he was building a team, camaraderie, you know, and you got to see them actually gel together. And you start to realize while watching this game, you know what, the volleyball game is actually the most important part of everything. And that irony that it had nothing to do with the actual dogfighting or training or anything was beautiful to me. And I also, I'm not going to go over the whole plot or anything because you can see the movie. It's not the point of a review. I want to also finally talk about, I'm not going to address the whole Iceman thing about what happened. And I want to basically get to the point that, you know, every dog has his day. And after all the hatred and animosity that Rooster had pent up inside, fearing that he wouldn't even get to be chosen out of safety for the real mission, when you know it's coming and you know he will get chosen, because you're sitting there in the movie watching it, that's what it's all about, you still get a tear in the eye. You realize, you know, hey, maybe this rift is closing up. And he gets chosen as the wingman to Maverick for the huge mission. And they pull this whole, you know, you lost Goose in the first movie, so you're expecting something big. And it's a wonderful tease that you think you lose Maverick. And it's fantastic. The pit of your stomach drops down all the way. And you're like, oh my freaking gosh, wow. But, and just when you think that's over, you know, Rooster circles back and insists on finding them, breaking the rules. They're telling everyone to come back. And as you know, Rooster has to find him and make sure. And then they are grounded and they have to find a way back. And they find their way to an F-14. You still don't find out who the enemies are yet. They try to get by them and wave at them, and once they realize they don't know the other hand signals, they're like, oh shit, what's going on? And they're in an F-14 like originally, which is kismet. And then of course, Hangman proves himself and saves the day like Val Kilmer, Iceman, did originally. And you know that there's a reason he's on top. And it's fun to me that even in the original Top Gun, Maverick was number 2 and Iceman was number 1. And now Hangman was number 1 at the end of the day for saving both of their asses coming home. And then the best thing ever is the flyby. And you know it has to happen. They saved it for the last bit. And I really like that. You get Danger Zone in the beginning, but you don't get, you know, Take My Breath Away at all. And I love that they don't rehash too much stuff at all. They move it along. And they give you just enough of the backstory with Ghost. And you really enjoy watching the characters realizing slowly who these two people really are. And putting the numbers together and figuring it out for themselves. And I just think that this is one of the best movies I've ever seen. And I saw it 3 times and I will happily see it again. And I'm gonna definitely buy it when I can. I hope you enjoyed this review. I really highly emphasize, if you have a vet in your family, take them to see this. And I hope you've already taken your fathers on Father's Day. As I don't have any parents left. And I would have loved to have taken my father for this. But at any rate, thank you for watching. And I got more on the way. I've got to go to bed. I got overtime today. I got to sleep for at least a little bit. And Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful night.